Okay, so we're on. So that's the magical space over there. It's like 1:12 in the morning on, well, it's now officially November 1, but it's still sort of All Hallows Eve. Crystal and I have been working diligently on assembling our spell jars. That's mine. Mine's not done yet. Hers is done. She kind of took the bull by the horns. You want to like just really getting that going in a big way.
I picked a jar that I liked, and then I made a sigil for the outside. And Keyth has videos about sigils if you don't know what that is or how to do it. And then I kind of searched out intuitively some things to put inside, so I made a list of everything, and then went and found it and put it in there. Do you have that list?
I do have that list.
And then, I just, after Keyth showed me how to, you tie little knots on a string and set intentions with them, and then anoint it with some oil, and then I just like sealed the bottle with that after. And then the other thing that I put in there, since Samhain is about kind of letting go and the end of a year and everything, I wrote some things down that I was ready to let go of on some parchment paper, and then sat with them for a while and really set some intentions, and then burned them on a black candle over there, which symbolizes like death and letting go. And then I put the ashes in here as well. Yeah.
That's her candle burning in the background, down on the ground. Yep, she's just covered up the light. So just to like recap, so it's like 12 hours past when we uploaded the last video. This is like part 2. And so we just sort of, with what I said in the video and kind of like how loosely we talked about stuff, Crystal sort of like went online and looked at like a bunch of tables and stuff. We'll link to that in the drop down of where she actually found the correlations with stuff. You feel like running through some of that? Or?
Yeah. Can I have that? Which is the one I go first.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you everything I put in there, and then like the general thing about my jar, I guess, because I just like intuitively picked some stuff, and then it ended up all kind of being for the same things.
Intuitively, she means that she just was gravitated towards that. And that's like feeling with your heart. And that's moving away from this kind of scientific, like, I guess in the Greek thing, that's the mind is Apollo and the heart is Dionysian. So she was just pulled to that for no reason. And then she went to the internet and checked it out and found out that there was actually good reason. So the first one was nutmeg, right?
Yeah,
or at least that's what you said to
That
me.
was the first thing. And then, I just looked for some stuff. So wormwood, lemongrass, Irish moss, lemon, yerba mate, tea, lavender, thyme, onion, hibiscus, hemp, grass, garlic, cinnamon, bay leaf, oak, and then I had some like special things that I picked up from my travels here. So I had a shell from Long Beach, which was like the first time I was like near the ocean in a long time. Rocks from Keyth's backyard, and then we were just in Sedona, so I had a rock from Sedona. So like the general thing, like themes of all of this is like protection. I just found out that, well, and I already knew, but I got validation that I have strong psychic gifts. So most of it was like really focusing on psychic powers and like prophetic dreams and that kind of thing, happiness, love and lust. That's like generally spiritual growth. Oh, and the main like important thing that I found that I put in there was an oak leaf and 3 acorns from Keyth's property, because oak is known to really amplify the powers of like a spell, and really, really important for abundance, growth, wisdom, connection to the earth, intuition. Yeah, so that's just kind of a brief overview of everything I put in there.
So we are off on some crazy magical tangent, there's no doubt about that. But this is all to do with like food, nutrition, and everything, because we started up from that, and Crystal definitely did. I was on a long, long journey. I was probably just approaching the completion of year 28 of my being raw vegan when I come across Crystal when she reached out to me. So this is all to do with nutrition. This is another kind of nutrition. This is spiritual nutrition. And you start at this any way that you can get into it. But it's this is the primary nutrition of working with the spirit, and of realizing that that this is what it's all about. This is where you just really refine. Like I can't tell you how many like ceilings and plateaus I reached with just being focused on nutrition. And it's only when you start addressing these sort of, well, food addictions. That's a thing that's in your spell bottle, isn't it?
Yeah, that was something that I let go of, and that was like stemmed from some other things, which I got some insight on today.
So we both took 4 pieces of parchment and wrote the things that we wanted sort of burned out of our physical existence in this dimension. And hers had to do with just almost like raw, like sort of, I don't want to say beginner because you're beyond beginner, but they are like some pretty primal kinds of addiction. And mine, obviously, with me having a bigger investment, is just getting more focused on doing like top next level stuff, of doing all the right things, of like juicing all the time, becoming like, I'm shooting for becoming 70 to 85% sproutarian, of getting down into lower food portions, and fasting. So, anyways, and so we burned those, and the ashes from both of those went into our spell jars. And hers is done. I'm still working on mine, and we're going to do a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to get mine finished off.
Oh yeah, the other thing that we put in there, you can kind of see this like triangle thing in there. We wrote on parchment. Well, actually, mine wasn't on parchment, but I set some intentions with my boyfriend over Skype like a little while earlier today about kind of like what we wanted together and moving here and everything. You don't have to do it with your partner, but I really like have a goal of kind of moving to California, and so we just talked about that. I kind of like set a lot of intentions for that and what we wanted for our relationship and everything. And you can put whatever you want in there, and then we folded it up all cool and put that in there, and I wrote a sigil on the outside of it, and then anointed that with the oil as well.
And just to go over the whole knot thing too, I do this when I haven't talked about this yet. That's weird angle. Sorry. Okay, so I just folded regular like hemp in half, sort of, and with each knot there, I sort of tied knots that were related to like different aspects of things that are on my list.
My knot. I did the same thing, but like I decided to seal the jar with it. So.
And awesome, and that's what you do with magic. That's where you get out of the left brain space, and you just do what you feel, and you connect with your intentions, with the whole idea of the spell jar is all the intentions going into the earth and going into the magical conductivity of the earth, of Gaia, getting all of the nature spirits and deities. I definitely addressed multiple deities with me that I'm personally into. Didn't really get into, we exchanged, but we also did our own personal things. And her list, because she kind of went through the whole internet thing, and I realized right away that I have a different relationship with pine cones, acorns, and oak leaves, because they're all around me all the time, and I just saw that as basic raw energy that's all around me that I need to like transmute, of just like sort of not making excuses. I hate to phrase that in a negative, but of just, I have all this energy around me and I can make anything happen that I want to happen. And so you're not going to find that definition about acorns and pine cones and oak leaves, but I realize that's my relationship with those. And so you're basically, this is back to the whole plant-based thing, you're establishing your own relationship with these plant entities, plant energies, sometimes plant medicines, if you want to call that, although in my mind that's sort of, you're starting to talk about ayahuasca and cannabis and stuff as far as medicines. I'm just talking about plant essences, energy that's plants, and how they relate to you and them being all around us. And you decided that we need to plant them in the backyard by my big oak.
Yeah, I looked up about oak on the internet, and it was just talking about how it was, if you could like practice spells around oak trees, they're really powerful for accelerating like how quickly those things manifest, and just the power of that spell, and just like being really sensitive to like the fairy realm and all that. So there's a lot to do with it, and then also just the growth aspect as well. So yeah.
Well, right on. So we're going to finish what we're doing. We just wanted to talk about these jars. That's it. I actually forgot to link. I forgot to put the links all around that when I uploaded. But I'll get these videos I did today fixed up. I'll try to have this uploaded tonight. And there's going to be links all around to our music. There's a link in the drop down to Crystal's YouTube, which is going to grow. She's just beginning and obviously much more confident now than her early videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do want to phrase one more time is this quotation from the Bible is, as steel sharpens steel, so another man sharpens another man. I hate that male gender thing, but so another human being sharpens another human being. So we're together, we're sharpening each other, we're perfecting each other. And via internet, we are in contact with Crystal's boyfriend, Wes, still in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And so as we reach out and start connecting and starting this tribe of like minds that are nutrition-oriented, magic-oriented, spirit-oriented, having the realization of becoming everything that you can, and as all of you join in with us with your comments and we all start interacting, we will change our existence, we will change the planet, we will change the thinking of everybody.
Yep.
Bye. Okay, so one more thing. I just finished off my jar, and all of a sudden the idea came in my head of like putting all the nutritional things that I put in there. So I put goji berries and hibiscus and schizandra berries and ashitaba, and I'm definitely trying to manifest youth, of like re-youthing my body and getting on with true longevity. So I just put all my like just little dosages, put a cap of cordyceps in there, a cap of reishi in there, and all of that. And then also success with second culture, and that's sort of an image that has everything to do with second culture. So the little second culture sticker is going inside there. As soon as I can get that. There we go. So there's my spell jar complete. That's getting in the ground. And don't have to do this just next Samhain. You can do this anytime. Alright, this is me saying goodbye. This is me saying goodbye for Crystal. Bright blessings. And have an awesome time as we go to the end of the year, winter solstice and all of that stuff.